The world is witnessing a population crisis. People are not having enough children, and fertility rates are dropping. Fertility rate refers to the average number of babies a woman is expected to have in her lifetime. Over the past few years, the global fertility rate has been in decline, and South Korea has the lowest fertility rate in the world. But in recent months, the country has witnessed a dramatic shift. Now a new report is out. It says that South Korea's birth rate has surged at its fastest pace in more than 3 decades. So what's behind this change? And is there a lesson for the world here? Our next report tells you.
South Korea may become the first country to disappear. We have heard this over and over again. After all, the country is witnessing a population crisis. It has the lowest fertility rate in the world, meaning the average number of babies a woman is expected to have in her lifetime. But last year, a positive trend emerged. In 2024, the country's fertility rate rose for the first time in 9 years. And now, a new report is out. It says that South Korea's birth rate has surged at its fastest pace in more than 3 decades. This data is for the month of April. The number of babies born in April reached 20,717. That's an 8.7% increase from the same month last year. What's behind this? Recent policies that have focused on 3 areas: work-family balance, childcare, and housing, including paying 100% of the salary to employees for 6 months, if both parents take parental leave. Extending the maximum period of parental leave to 1.5 years. Making it mandatory for companies to include childcare statistics in regulatory filings. And more changes are on their way. President Lee Jae-myung, who was elected earlier this month, has made demographic recovery a crucial goal for his new administration. He has proposed expansion of child allowances, family-friendly tax reforms, and debt relief for newlywed couples with hefty loans based on the number of children born. The country plans to spend about $14 billion to boost the population. That's up 22% from last year's demographic spending. Sure, officials are cautious. After all, the country's total fertility rate is still very low. It stands at a crisis level of 0.75. This is well below the 2.1 replacement rate, meaning the number of births required to maintain a stable population without large-scale immigration. But pro-family policies appear to be bearing fruit. You may ask, why now? Because the fresh policies are a major break from the tired and less effective approach of handing out cash incentives, or what are called baby bonuses, which seem to be the go-to idea for most countries. The crisis of population is not limited to South Korea. According to the UN, the world fertility rates are in unprecedented decline. Fewer children born means fewer workers. This leads to more labor shortages and slower economic growth. It also creates an aging society which puts more pressure on social welfare. Yet from Japan and Singapore to Australia and the US, country after country is giving out baby bonuses to reverse the fertility crisis. And of course, it has not worked. For instance, in China, despite handing out cash to families who have more babies for years, their population has shrunk for a 3rd consecutive year. Because financial burden is the biggest reason why people aren't having kids. According to the UN, 39% people don't have enough money to have children. 22% people cannot afford the kind of housing to raise them. And 18% cannot afford reliable childcare. These are structural issues, and they cannot be solved with a single cash handout. Families need long-term solutions like affordable education, childcare, and housing. So about time policymakers act like grown-ups and stop throwing money at the baby bus problem.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj ho.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 以上も.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.